The most profitable aesthetic practices, med spas, and plastic surgery offices are not getting there by accident. If you're in business, you likely have standard operating procedures for fulfillment or services, but you may not have that in place for your patient journey. Now, we need our patients to have optimum outcomes in order for them to stay at our practice and refer friends and family to our practice. We need to wow our clients. And the practices that really wow their clients have a wonderful retention rate and an excessively good profit margin. So they don't do that by accident, as I said before. They're doing that by step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, that they train their staff again and again to achieve. So a good example about that is if you have your staff trained that every time someone creates their appointment, even online, they're offered an add-on or an upsell of some service that would give them better results, or faster healing, as an example. When that person confirms the appointment, again, they would be offered some sort of adjunct service or product or add-on that would make their service even better. Again, as they come into the office, they may be offered a current promotion or something that makes sense for them to do along with that service. And even in the room with their provider, many times they might be upsold more areas of treatment or an additional service that will optimize or give them a more dramatic result for their desired outcome. These things along the way are critical in the client journey to create retention, which drives your marketing costs down and your profits up. And that's why I say, do you really need more clients, or do you need to create a process for your existing clients so that you can create exceptional results? Because exceptional results will create more clients. That's a better way to get your leads. Now, how do you implement this? Because it can seem overwhelming. When we talk about memberships, we know that the profit is in the upsells and the add-ons. We know that it's on doing more services and more products. But how do you really do that? In order to get your staff on board to do these activities, you begin with outlining what you want them to do. Are you wanting them to try to create an add-on or an upsell upon scheduling? Are they expected to do that at confirmation when people check in, if there's a last minute opening or available or a discount on something because suddenly there's really the last minute opening is a great one. If someone checks in and you can give them a hydrofacial or an aquaferm or a peel because you have space, letting them know that they get a last minute discount if they'd like to take advantage of that is a great way to optimize capacity for not only your staff, but your facility. And we know if you've already got that client in, your cost per lead is not there. So adding on that service is almost all profit. You're paying your staff to be there anyway. Probably your costs on products might not be that high. Even if you're adding on a filler last minute to toxin appointment, if you can fit that in the amount of time, you know that you're going to benefit financially from that and the client's going to benefit from the results. So setting up the protocol and the training along the way is so critical, just as much as talking about every single client that leaves gets recommended 1 or 2 products that they would really benefit from. And the front desk then makes sure that they go over, your RN or whoever did your service brought up these 2 products they were recommended for you. Would you like to take them home today? Then you talk about, as they check out, are you creating their next appointment and giving them some incentive to book now in order to save money or a discount for their next appointment? If that's your customer journey. So the way that you get your staff to do this is you start with identifying what you would like them to do. And not every practice wants to do all these steps, but we have to say which ones you want to do. And then you begin by rewarding your staff based on trying. So maybe they crack. Did they ask if you would like to add on a service? Did they ask if you wanted to take them up on a last minute opportunity for a special price of a service they can get since they're here? Did they suggest 2 products? Did they try to book your next service? Did they invite someone to an event? Did they ask for a client review? All of those things they would get credit for. And a lot of these are happening, as you can tell, at the front desk and in the treatment room. But the front desk is really driving your revenue of your practice because they're the ones that take the appointment, confirm the appointment, check the appointment in, check the appointment out, and book them for the next time. Treating your staff and making sure that that front desk staff has experienced as many product services as they can so they can share from experience is really, really important. Don't underestimate the impact that you have from your front desk by talking about their results and their experiences, because they need to be able to share with the clients that excitement and passion, because passion and authentic sharing is going to create the kind of upsell and relationship that you're looking for with your patients so that you have optimum retention and lifetime patient value, which brings you right into referrals. Our lowest cost per lead and our highest conversion is always referrals. So all of this, as you can see, is full circle. So when you get your staff understanding the steps you want them to take and you start rewarding them for even just trying. Usually I'll do that for about the first 2 to 4 weeks, and I will give out some fun prizes. It doesn't even have to be anything big, a free product, a $25 gift card for like who asked the most checkouts to book their next appointment, who did the most retail asks. And you start for that first 2 to 4 weeks, just getting the behavior there, getting them to swing at the ball. Let's just at least try. Doesn't matter if anyone makes a basket or hits a ball, doesn't matter. We're just trying to get the behavior started. Then we start tracking, okay, how are we doing? For every strike, how many times are we hitting the ball? And those tracking mechanisms are available in a lot of our reports. But the thing I would tell you is it can seem overwhelming of how do I go from good to great or okay to really great? And it's these kinds of things. They're processes and they're step-by-step, and you can't implement everything all at once. Your team will get very overwhelmed. But if we start with some baby steps like, okay, when anyone comes in for the day, if you have a last minute opening, are you talking to them about that? Or are you at least offering the current cross promotion? That's it. We're good, right? The next 2 weeks, maybe we start working with our staff, making sure that every single time when the provider brings a client to the front desk, they do have 2 products in their hand and they leave them there for the front desk to then talk about, oh, Shelly was mentioning that you would benefit from this product and this product. By the way, I love this one. I use this one at home all the time. This is my favorite scrub. I cannot live without it. Every time I run out of it, I hate it. You know, they have to have some passion too. So do not be short-sighted on the services and the products that you let your staff have available to them, either at cost or complimentary, because they are your brand ambassadors. They're your advocates. They're out there on the front lines communicating their favorite things, and that's what really sells. So when I look at practices that have exceptionally high profit margins, inevitably when I get past the numbers and the analysis and I look at the people, it comes back to the standard operating procedures of the front end of the practice. It's the booking, the confirmation, the check-in, the add-on, the exit, the next booking. That's really the good to great. So maybe you don't need more clients or more leads. Maybe you need better processes and training for your staff so they can up-level your client retention and overall your client results.